Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever you might be in this great, beautiful world. Life is grand. So, how are you doing? How you doing, guys? Thanks again for hanging out. It is I, Sandra McGee, the artist known as Slaytra, and I'm feeling so good. I'm so happy to be here. Man, it's good to be seen. It's a blessed time. It is so good to be seen, and I am grateful. Man, I'm humble to my surroundings, to my blessings. Get it right. But I'm here to speak to you today about attitude. What type of attitude did you wake up with this morning? Better yet, what is your attitude about yourself? That's another process in my story, is having the right attitude in life. How do you feel about yourself? You know, attitude can mean all sorts of things. And sometimes when people hear the word attitude, they think you got one, whether it's good or bad. And most times, in this world we live in, it can be bad. I was reading up on some things in regards to attitude. It's the study of what I'm speaking of, but attitude. And I was had a moment through a Google process. Is create your own sentence with this word, something so elementary, right? So I was about to, and it was showing tick, 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 tick. And these were examples that people had already processed on attitude. First thing I seen was when the server brought my food, she had an attitude. It happens. Yeah. So there's the bad side of attitudes to where you're talking about people and their ways of being, their behavior. But altogether, behavior is attitude. It really is. Okay? But I want to know, how do you feel about yourself when it comes to attitude? Because our attitude is what makes us, to a certain degree. It makes us. How do you feel about yourself? Now, I'll tell you about me, my stories. I've always had a really good attitude. I don't know where I get it from or who, but I've had a really good attitude about myself and where I want to be. And attitude is a basis of carrying yourself a certain way. All of this is a makeup of us. And attitude is, to me, one of the most important. Because it's a behavior. It's a behavior. When you wake up in the morning and you're not on target with yourself, that can be a negative attitude about yourself. You know what I'm saying? So I would say for anyone is to focus on your attitude. Just be very clean cut about yourself. Get your thoughts and your mind together about yourself and how you carry yourself. And that makes a very beautiful attitude in life as you leave home and you're engaging with other people. And you're not carrying this baggage around that creates an attitude with people. And just getting it right. I mean, setting the emotions right to have a great attitude is a part of that inner beauty process. That's another step. And to me, that step is extremely important. You gotta have the right attitude about yourself where you're engaging with others with the right attitude. And I have a great attitude, I really believe. And if I don't, then message me and tell me, Slaytra or Sandra, get it together, because it's not the best. But where I'm taking myself and what I've always geared up to be is the best. And I'm trying, and I am getting there, to be that best of me with a genuine attitude of how I feel about myself and how I carry myself and how I deliver myself. Now, I'm very mindful of that delivery to others, because they can insinuate that I'm having an attitude with them, and I don't want to have that with anyone. But yeah, attitude is you. It's how you feel about yourself and what you're going to make of this day that you've been granted. So how are you doing? Again, I love speaking to you guys, and I just want to leave attitude with you. You know, that's a version of something, a version of us that we just have to be mindful of. But just keep in mind, we're going to be visiting on longer terms to where there are guests with me as well. I have a presentation of a beautiful young lady that sits in the area of where I live as well, in beautiful Low, Texas here. And I'm excited because, you know, she's a profession in her own being and what she loves, along with a team of very gifted, talented educators that want to share their story in the midst of what I'm speaking of, the well-being of you and taking care of you, and how they manage to take care of themselves in the midst of careers and just that balance. And I'm sure you'll be interested in those messages. But again, stay tuned with me, and thank you guys for subscribing, looking out for me, and, you know, just hit a like, make a comment, whatever you like to do. But I just appreciate you tuning in. But until then, take care of you. And how are you doing? That's the question, okay? Thank you guys. Have a great day, wherever you might be in this great, beautiful world. Life is grand. Thank you guys. Bye-bye.